Hello folks and welcome to something a little bit different to anything I've really put on this channel before. Full disclosure up front, this is a bit of a sales pitch video. As no doubt the title indicated, it's going to be me talking about channel memberships, which we've just launched on the channel. Some of you might have noticed the join button appearing next to the subscribe button, and my plan is to use this video to explain a little bit more around the thought process behind that, what you get as part of doing that, what I plan to do with the revenue that's generated by doing that, and hopefully try and ease any worries or anything that people might have as a result of the channel memberships announcement. So I am going to start on the worries, because anyone who knows they already want to go ahead, you can just click that join button now and jump to a different video of me going through all the perks and things in detail. But for those of you who might be feeling a little bit more negative about it, which I know is sometimes a natural instinct when you see anything change on a channel that you enjoy watching. So to get this upfront and clear from the beginning, there is going to be no content that currently exists hidden behind a paywall. I'm not taking anything you currently get and making it so you now have to pay for it. There is going to be new exclusive content for people who are members, but it's going to be new content that wouldn't exist otherwise. For example, there's going to be a monthly bloopers / behind the scenes video, which is just for members at a certain level. I've never done anything like that before. That's a completely new video that I've never made before. I've never really planned to make before, but people have often asked for, and it's now going to exist. It's going to exist for channel members to watch once a month, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So that's not me taking away something that already existed. That's something new that I'm trying to add value to, give back and say thank you to the people who've chosen to support me directly as a content creator. Likewise, there's going to be exclusive live streams for channel members. I live stream on the channel from time to time at the moment, but I've never really done it as a regular thing. I do plan to try and do a little bit more of that, because the one I did at the weekend seemed to go down quite well. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more live streams, let me know down in the comments. But there is going to be a scheduled in monthly live stream just for the channel members, and that's again a new thing. It's not me taking away something that you already had, it's adding something new for the people who want something a little bit extra. So hopefully that's eased any fears that anybody had that I was whipping stuff away and hiding it behind a paywall, because that's obviously not what's happening. There are a couple of other perks that are going to be available as part of this as well. You get your name in the credits. We're going to start doing member shout outs as part of the videos. Every video that I do, you get the little members icon thing. You get access to the members only posts on the community page. But the key headline is no content taken away. This extra content that you can pay for, and hopefully that's okay. Hopefully no one's really upset about that. The reason I'm doing it, because I know people will obviously ask why you're doing it, and there's the quick and dirty answer, and then there's the one that's a little bit more in depth, and you can have a choose your own adventure on this and decide whether it's one or both or a little bit of each. And I think the honest answer is there's little bits of all of this. Obviously the quick and dirty answer, Kev, why have you started channel memberships? Because money. It's an extra source of income, which that could initially be seen as me being a greedy monster, and if some people will choose to see it that way, and if you want to see it that way, I can't stop you from seeing it that way. But it kind of links into the more detailed answer about why I'm doing it, and it really is about focusing on becoming less reliant on YouTube ad revenue. If you could see the graph of my YouTube ad revenue throughout the year, it is like the world's worst roller coaster. It is just up and down constantly. Some months will be really good, some months will be absolutely awful, but unfortunately, that's not the way my monthly expenses work. They're pretty solid. So there'll be some months where we'll do really well, we'll earn loads more money than we need to spend that month, but it's always then a case of, right, but we've got to tuck that away, save that for these months when it dips down a little bit. And thankfully, most of the time since I've been doing this full time, we've been all right. We've been able to balance out the highs with the lows, but there's always the fear that if we have a couple of low months in a row, then that starts to become a little bit of a problem, and it does then start to dictate the kind of content that I can make on the channel. Because one of the things that I decided to do going into 2020 was really focus in on this channel on making content that I wanted to make. The focus moved away from trying to make content that I think is going to be most popular, which is certainly a trap that I'd fallen into plenty of times over the years. When you first become a full-time creator and you are panicking where you're going to get your next rent check from, if you figure out a formula that works and is going to get you views and is going to get you revenue, it's very easy to fall into the habit of just rinse and repeat that formula over and over again. And it didn't take long to work out the formula was picture of Andy's face on the thumbnail, some kind of disaster in the title, repeat that, do that as many days as you can, churn it out daily, and they're going to get views because they get views. But I'm slowly but surely moving away from that kind of thing on the channel. Obviously, I'm not going to stop the family stuff. I'm not going to stop updating you on Andy because I know there is a significant section of the audience that's here because they care about how Andy's getting on and they want the updates on Andy, and they're not going away anyway. Don't worry, I'm not taking all that stuff away. This is... I think as anyone who was afraid that was happening when I stopped the daily vlog has seen, the weekly vlog still has plenty of family content in it. And it's kind of, I see the weekly vlogs as a condensed version of the old channel. So we had the old daily vlog, and now I just mush that into one video once a week, and that's the old version of the channel that comes out once a week. And then the rest of the week is mine to play with. And I've done lots of stuff that I never would have done before. We've got the weight loss stuff, the habit stuff, the challenges, the renovation of in here. There's other stuff that's going to be on the way as well. And I know some of you have enjoyed it, some of you haven't really enjoyed it, some of you have enjoyed certain parts of it but not others. But the important thing is it's allowing me to flex my creativity a little bit and try stuff out, see if it works, and hopefully continue to be able to have a little bit more creative expression, a little bit more fun with the channel. And it's reignited my passion for this channel to the point where I'm enjoying the act of vlogging now like I was before again. And I think that slight little change in focus and direction has improved everything. I think every weekly vlog we've done would have been one of the best videos ever if we'd have still been living in the world of daily vlogging. I think the weekly vlogs are that much of a step up in quality, but then you're also getting all of the extra stuff as well, which is me really just trying on lots of stuff, see what fits, see what feels right, and enjoying experimenting with the channel. But that experimentation is a luxury, which if everybody stopped watching the vlog and loads of people stopped watching my Football Manager videos, I could very quickly find myself in the situation where I couldn't afford that luxury anymore, and I'd have to focus a little bit more on the clickbait, the thumbnails, the titles, and trying to just get views by whatever means possible, or take on loads of sponsorships that I don't want to do. Hopefully you've also seen that we don't take on a lot of sponsorships. We get offered a lot of sponsorships, but we turn a lot of them down because if they're not going to be a good fit for the channel, or if the product is a piece of junk, I don't really want to talk about it on the channel. Again, it's a luxury that we've got because I've got a second channel that's also pretty successful. I've got a Patreon that runs quite nicely, and it gives me that little bit of wiggle room, and that's what channel memberships is all about as well. It's all about generating as much wiggle room as possible, because the dream scenario for any full-time content creator is to get to the point where each month your guaranteed income covers everything, and then ad revenue is just a bonus. So by guaranteed income, I'm talking about things like brand deals and sponsorships, Patreon, channel memberships, merchandise sales, the stuff that's not reliant on views. You want to get to the point where that covers your basic bills, and then your ad revenue is just a bonus. So if you have a really good month for views, you'll have a really good month. But when you have those months that are super rubbish, and everyone gets them from time to time on every channel, and you never know when they're going to be coming, usually December is a cracking month on this channel, but we had a utterly miserable December, to the point where we were daily vlogging in December for Vlogmas and got far fewer views overall than we got in January, when I think I released 14 videos. So I did twice as much work in December for way fewer views in total over the course of that. I mean, you just never know you never know. You just never know. And that's why channel memberships are so cool, because they mean it doesn't matter. And I can just pivot and swivel and experiment and just generally have a good time with the channel, and at the same time provide you with some awesome value with the awesome perks. So hopefully that puts any minds at rest about what's going on. The big headlines, the big reminder is it's new content that wasn't there before. It's completely optional. No one is expected to do this. Please don't do it if you can't afford to do it. The channel that you already enjoy watching isn't going anywhere. The content that you currently get isn't going anywhere, so don't feel like you have to get involved and become a channel member, because you don't. It's absolutely a way for those people who can afford to do it, who've got a little bit of spare cash, want to support the channel, want to allow me to continue experiment with the videos that I'm making and do cool stuff. It's for those people to have the opportunity to say, yeah, I'm going to give Kev a couple of quid a month because I want him to be able to do whatever kind of content takes his fancy, because I like to see him enjoying himself, and at the same time I'd quite like some of these perks that are on here as well. That's who this is for. It won't change anything for everybody else, and like I say, it's not like it's money that I'm just going to go and blow on a gold hat, because we're a long way from being able to buy a gold hat. We still have those months where it's stressful. wondering how we're going to get everything paid for, and of course that time of year is coming as well. The big period for any YouTuber is Christmas, because that's when ad revenue is at its highest. So this time of year, as the Christmas money's coming through, we feel pretty comfortable. When we get to July, August time, every year so far, the summer has been a worry for money, and it would be nice to think going into this summer that it will be less of a worry because of channel memberships. Hope that's okay. If you want to find out more, click the join button, which now lives next to the subscribe button. Check that out. You'll see me sat in this exact position, in these exact clothes, talking to you about the perks in a little more detail. And then you can decide from there whether you want to be part of it. Those of you who choose to be a part of it, thank you very much. Those of you who choose not to, thank you for listening to the sales pitch. And I will see you again very soon for something that's not a sales pitch. I promise. Last sales pitch for a while, for a long time. Thanks for watching.